Dear students, today we will see the Michelson and Stahl experiment that was done in 1958. The main purpose of this experiment was to show that the DNA replication is semi-conservative. So, in 1958, Matthew Michelson and Franklin Stahl, they established this fact that the DNA replication is semi-conservative. To prove this, they performed one experiment. In this experiment, they grew the E. coli cell in a media containing N15 isotope of nitrogen, that is the heavy isotope of nitrogen. Normal nitrogen is N14, but they used in the media N15. Now, after few generation, what has happened, all the nitrogenous bases, those are present in DNA of the E. coli cell, like A, T, G, C, they all will contain the N15 isotope of DNA. Then what they have done, they transferred these bacterial colonies to the media containing N40 normal nitrogen, that is the lighter isotope, that is the normal isotope of nitrogen. Now what has happened, for this whole experiment, the result which they have propounded, which they have got, was on the basis of sedimentation equilibrium centrifugation. So this was a technique that they have adopted. So after transferring to the media containing N14, the cell samples were analyzed after every replication cycle. So after every replication cycle, they performed this technique. And in this technique, what is happening? In this technique, the samples are separated using the heavy, in this they are using the density gradient centrifugation, and this was performed by using the heavy metal salt like cesium chloride. So in this they are using the cesium chloride. Now what are the uses of cesium chloride? Why we are using it? Because cesium chloride, firstly, it is a heavy, it is easy to sediment during the centrifugation, and secondly, it does not affect the nature of DNA. Coming to the next, what they have performed during the experiment. In the experiment, what they have done, the E. coli cell, firstly they have cultured in media containing N15. So here then they have transferred it to the media of N14. After 20 minutes, the first generation will be, they have studied the first generation after one replication. So what has happened, they have seen the DNA which was obtained containing one strand of N14 and one strand of N15, means that is a hybrid DNA. Then they again kept it for the replication. They were in the media containing N14. So after again they have got the generation 2. In generation 2, what they have studied, here also they have seen that all the three types of colonies DNA are there. First, two DNA are containing the N14 DNA, they are the lighter DNA, and two were having the hybrid, that was the N14 and N15. So when they have performed this centrifugation, what they have seen, the band which obtained here, firstly during the initial step, it was containing N15, only heavy DNA was there. Then after first generation, they have obtained the band which is a hybrid, which is a DNA containing both N14 and N15. And when they have studied the second generation, so they have got the band for the light nitrogen isotope and the hybrid nitrogen, that is the DNA containing N14 and N15 both. So the observation was said that after first replication, DNA is neither heavy nor light. Okay, here. But in between, showing the DNA molecule is formed by one old strand and one new strand. So it is neither light nor heavy. It is the intermediate, that is having the hybrid of both light, one band of light and one band of heavy. Okay, here you can see. Now, so that confirmed the semi-conservative replication. After second generation, here we have seen, okay, after second generation, the two types of DNA detected. That is, two types are there only. This is the hybrid type and these are the lighter type. Okay. So after the second generation, two type of DNA detected, and after the third generation, similar results will be obtained by the nitrogen, this, but the N14 frequency will be increased. Okay, so again this whole experiment prove that the experiment in this experiment we can say that the replication is semi-conservative, in which the one template in the out of both strands of DNA, each strand will will act as a template for the synthesis of the new strand. That means one parent strand will always be there and one new strand will be formed. Okay, so this was all about the Michelson and Stahl experiment proving that the semi-conservative model of DNA replication.